Irish Cherokee. Ran moonshine from here to Tennessee. Spent half his life in the Montgomery County Jail. Grandma, she got drunk and left all her kids on her mama's front steps. Nobody's heard from her since she hightailed. I come from a long line of losers, half outlaw, half boozer. I was born with the shot glass in my hand. I'm part hippie, a little redneck. I'm always a suspect. My bloodline made me who I am. Daddy never finished school, but
Like I said, I'm sitting here relaxing, thinking about how everything's perfect. Everything's perfect just the way it is. Right now, in this moment, everything is perfect. Everything's right where it's supposed to be right now. Everything always comes and goes at exactly the right moment. And everything is perfect right now. I mean, I thank God every morning when I wake up. I thank Him throughout the day. I thank Him before I go to bed at night. I'm grateful at all times for all of my blessings. It's all I think about. I get lost in the day thinking about it. How lucky I am. Wake up every day. To breathe, to eat, to walk, to talk, to have my limbs, to be, just to have these abilities, these skills, these gifts. I'm just fortunate. I feel blessed to have it. I didn't used to think that way. I used to take it for granted. But everything's perfect. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit older now. I'm slowing down a little bit. I got some stuff. I got some old injuries that are catching up to me, but I mean, everything's perfect. I mean, what more could I ask for? I mean, everything's right on time. Everything's exactly where it's supposed to be. Everything's perfect. And if you stop and think about it long enough, it is. What's up, boys? What's up, boys? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, good boy. Go lay down. Go lay down. Good boy. Nolan and Renzo, everyone. Good boy. But everything's perfect. It's amazing when you think about it. Just perfectly healthy, walking, talking, breathing, seeing, hearing. You know, fairly clean water, fairly clean food, fairly clean air. I mean, it's a blessing. It's incredible. Really lucky. And everything's in place. Everything's where it's supposed to be. I live where I want to. I talk to who I want to talk to. I have a great place. I love my house. I love my business. I love my employees. I love my customers. I love what I do. And everything's right on time. Everything's exactly where it's supposed to be. I love my dogs. I love my dogs. Yeah, I like dogs. I like dogs. Dogs? Oh, dogs. Yeah, I like dogs. So I got perfectly healthy dogs. Perfect place to live. Home cooked meals. Great community. Great employees. Great company. Great customers. Great city. Great friends. Everything's great. It's perfect. I've always been the impatient one. You know, what's next? What's next? What's next? So I'm ready for what's next. I wanted to get here. I know what's coming. I know what's coming. But I want to know what's next. I'm impatient. I tell people that I was born with no patience and I still have most of it left. So I'm just ready for it to get here because I know what's coming. And I'm ready. I'm ready. It's gonna be big. It always is. So, yeah, the podcast, man. I'm gonna talk about life, experiences, stories. Been through a lot of shit. Crazy stuff. Shouldn't be alive. Many times over. And I've been through some shit. And I had this experience recently. Actually, I've had it a couple times on some, how do you say it? Different psychedelics. So it's sort of a universal experience for me, I guess. But it was a very, very revealing experience when it comes to human beings. And now that I've had this experience, I'm fascinated by human beings. I'm absolutely fascinated by human beings. I am so curious because, I'm 37 and I've lived a fairly reckless, quiet life. Okay. I've done some incredible things and I've done some incredibly stupid things. Okay. Mostly off the radar to most people. So, I know other people been through what I've been through. And worse. Or better. Like the first podcast when I talked with Shelby. Like I couldn't believe the story she was telling. Like nothing that she had to say existed in my world ever. Her relationships with her parents, her the situation with her real dad denying her for so long. None of this existed in my life. Or once she had her son and how her relationship with her, with him, with Jeff. It was just, it's incredible. It's incredible the way they're raising their son. It's amazing. I don't know. None of that existed in my world, and I want to talk about that because now when I see people, I'm so fascinated. You just have no idea how fascinated I am with human beings. It's probably on the edge of being bizarre. Like I'm fascinated with human beings now that I see it, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it's so hard to explain to people. It's so hard to explain, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's just burnt in there and it won't go away. So now I'm just fascinated with human beings. I just want to know what they've been through. Because that's what I see. When I see people now, I just see experiences and I see life and I see joy and sadness and trauma, and you can almost, well, I guess you can, but you can feel when somebody walks in a room what's about to happen. If you're paying attention. I mean, obviously, if your head's up your ass, you're not going to notice anything. But I mean, if you're paying attention to anything, like when somebody walks in a room, the vibration changes. So, but when I see people, I just see what they've been through, and I'm curious what that looks like. The details of that. What is life and love and joy and pain? What is that? What's been dealt to them? I'm curious. Everybody's been through something. Everybody's still going through something, and everybody's about to go through more. I heard this incredibly enlightening saying recently, and it was a new spin on an old saying, and it really kind of caught me by surprise. It was very intelligent. I love intelligent. But anyway, it said, "Smile, it's going to get worse." And that's really the truth. You may as well just smile anyway, because it's going to get worse. And hell, man, I got demons, man. I'm not always smiling. I'm still getting through some things, man. Yeah. I know you are too. Everybody is. I got demons. I got stuff I'm still trying to get under control over here. Okay? I mean, it's a lot easier now that I understand it, now that I get it, now that I see it, but it doesn't make it easy. I mean, you guys see what's going on the outside, okay? Imagine what's going on the inside. Imagine what doesn't come out of my mouth. I mean, this is a lot to manage, and I know that's probably a sad excuse as an adult, but it's a lot going on in here. But like I said, I've gotten a lot better since I understand it. But I'm fascinated by human beings. Absolutely fascinated. Betty, ladies and gentlemen. Betty. Big mama. Big mama. Betty boop. Boopaloop. 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 Sweet little girl. Funny side story. At the shop today, a guy came in. He used to be the president of or maybe not president, but he was like the director or something of the SPCA, the exact same location where I adopted Betty 8 years ago. Isn't that crazy? Dude just walks in the shop. He ran the place where I adopted Betty from 8 years ago. Anyway, I got sidetracked. What was I talking about? Oh, hell. Anyways, I'm just fascinated with human beings. I just want to know. I just want to know what's going on in there. What's going on in there? What have you dealt with? What has life dealt you? What have you dealt to other people? I mean, I've done some pretty sorry shit, man. I've done some really sorry shit. I've embarrassed a lot of people. I mean, embarrassed myself. I mean, holy shit. I mean, brutal. So I know if I've been through that, and like I said, I've lived a quiet life, quietly reckless, but quietly. Like I said, I'm still fighting demons. I mean, it's the main one though. It's not all the demons, it's the main one. Earlier I was talking about thanking God. And, I don't think God made any mistakes. And I think we could probably all sit down and talk about God for a while anyway. Because God is not the same to me as it is to everybody else. And that's another part of that crazy experience. So, man, once you see it, you can't unsee it. Anyway, I don't think God made any mistakes. I just don't. It's all perfect, and I'm not making any excuses for my behavior, my previous behavior, my current behavior. I'm not making any excuses, but I will tell you this. Based on my life's experience and the information I've taken in with my senses while I've been alive, I can tell you it is incredibly difficult to resist the female form. It's really difficult for me. And I know it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way. That's nature. You know? It has to be that way. That drive has to be there. Just can't turn it off. I just can't. Oh, it's horrible. But now that, like I said, now that I'm aware of it, I got demons, man. I got demons. I'm working on it. I spend a lot of time alone. Spend a lot of time reading. Spend a lot of time alone. Start to figure things out. Start putting pieces together. And the best part about that is you're taking down old pieces. You know, that's the thing, is you start taking down the old pieces and rearranging them and building new pieces, and that's the best part. You know, you fixing the old stuff and putting in new stuff. It's a remodel. Did a remodel. It's great. I recommend it. 5 stars. Put it on Google. I believe once you introspectively look at yourself that long and hard, you grow a lot. And a lot of shit changes. But man, it's hard to stop. So much better, but I'm not there yet. I'm so close. Oh my goodness. I know I can handle it now, though. I know I'm ready. I can control it now, and I couldn't before. I can actually control it now. I'm really proud of myself, too. Really proud of myself. Spent some time with a female the other night. I think she had her feelings hurt a little bit that I didn't ask her to stay. When I walked her to the car, gave her a hug and walked away, she looked at me like I was leaving a puppy at the pound. And I didn't give in. I didn't. And that may sound simple to some. But anyway, enough of that. So I want to hear your story. You know, not a bunch of pre-qualified questions and a bunch of yada, yada, yada. I mean, have you not ever met somebody before? You never had a conversation with somebody before? You can't talk to somebody? I mean, are we that weird as a society that we don't talk to each other? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid I'm going to ask? What are you afraid I'm going to say? Or what are you afraid you're going to say? You know, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? I don't know. I think it'll be fun. So, let me know if you want to do it. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be awesome. So, yeah, there's that. that's what the podcast is about. Not about my self-control. It's going to be about life and what we've been through and what we're going through. And like I said, when I look at people, I see people, all I do is just think about their life and what they've been through. I mean, I'm just curious what makes them the way they are. I'm fascinated. So if you'll let me talk to you for a little while, I just want to have a conversation with you and see what you've been through. See if you're willing to talk about it anyway. I just, when I had my conversation with Shelby, I told her, I was like, hey, you know, I mean, she got upset a little bit during the deal, but it wasn't like she was mad. She was just, you know, emotional about the circumstances. And I was just let her know that, you know, her being able to talk about it is going to help somebody, because somebody else is going through that or has been through that, you know, or may go through that. And you having the strength to talk about that's going to help somebody. So I think it'll be fun. So holler at me if you let me talk to you for like an hour, 2 hours. I don't know. Depends on what there's to talk about. Depends on time. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Hell, I don't know. You could be interesting. Hell, you could be boring, and I'll make you interesting. Hell, we could both be boring. Well, if we're both boring, we can like, I don't drink anymore, but you can drink and I'll smoke some weed and we'll find something interesting to talk about. Oh, I know. Oh, hey, I know what we'll do. We'll make shit up. Right? We'll make shit up. That's what everybody else is doing. Okay. That's between you and me. Okay?
I saw you downtown for the glow of my tail lights. You were stopped behind me. Your car had caught my eye. I'm glad the light's slow to give me a chance to catch my breath right before I drive away to forget. Why do I give a damn after everything went south? Why do I write songs? Why can't my heart shut its mouth? Why can't I move on and give a fair chance to someone new? Why can't I fall out of love with you? And I've tried pretty, I've tried outgoing and fun, and I've tried intelligent. And trust me, I tried dumb, I tried wealthy. I've been looked at as a way out. I tried everything I know to try out. Why do I give a damn after everything went south? Why do I write songs? Why can't my heart shut its mouth? Why can't I move on and give a fair chance to someone new? Why can't I fall out of love with you? Give a damn after everything went south. Why do I write songs? Why can't my heart shut its damn mouth?